Hello, welcome to my third video in my computer science series. Today, we will be learning about user input. So, first to begin, let's create a new project. Okay. Just a sec, let's get started. Alright. Now that we've completed our class, set up our skeleton code. Alright. So, for user input, the process of user input is when a user, the user of the computer, is inputting something into the program. In other words, is entering information for the computer to store. And oftentimes this information is stored in a variable. So, to set up the code for user input, before this class stuff, you have to put import java.util dot star colon. This tells the program, hey, get this library, which will let me do user input. Now, for every method you have to do scanner console is equal to new scanner system.in. I will explain this methodology in a different video. Alright, let me show you how user input works. For example, let's say if we want to get a number from the user. We have to use int, and let's make our variable name, which would be like first num is equal to console.nextInt. Since we're getting an integer, we must do console.nextInt. We're calling this console variable to say, hey, get the input from the user. But however, we need to prompt the user first. We have to put a print statement that tells the user exactly what to enter, or otherwise the computer will just show a blank screen and the user won't know what's going on. So let's prompt them with a print statement. Enter a number. Alright. And we're going to store this in this variable. Alright. Let's run it. Let's enter a number. Now this number, since we're storing it in an integer type, it must be a whole number. It cannot be a decimal, or otherwise we'll get an error. Let me show you an example of an error. See, it'll point to this. That is why you have to put it in the correct data type. Alright, now let's try a correct example. There you go. It didn't do anything afterwards because that was the end of the code. Now let's get into more complex things. How about let's ask the user for their age. What would we store this into? Yes, we would store it into an int. Alright, now let's add a print statement to print out this age. Now, we don't put age in quotation marks, or otherwise it'll print the word age. You gotta print age like normal, so it'll print the value in the variable. enter a number. I gotta block comment that part. Enter your age. See, it printed the value of what an age was. Alright. Let's block comment this. Again, just as a refresher, block comment is /stars and then we gotta put all this within that. This all goes in there. I can fix that later. So there we go. Now let's try some complex problems with what we learned last time. Last time we learned if and else if statements. So this time, let's try something like that. Let's figure out whether they're trying to drive. This is a line comment as a refresher. Figure out whether the user is eligible to drive or not. Now, it depends on the state, but in my state, the driving age is 16. So, let's just use 16. Okay, so we gotta prompt the user first. Enter your age. Okay, now let's store it in a variable. See how I'm using age 2 times? Well, that's because this is in a comment and the computer can't read this. We're gonna use next int because we're working with integers. And so now let's put this in an if-else statement. If their age is greater than or equal to 16, that means they can drive. There we go. See, we're going to print this. If age is greater than or equal to 16. However, if they aren't, we got to use else here. Remember, else doesn't have any other conditions because we're not asking for another one. So, if they're lower than 16, that means we're yelling at them. You're not able to drive. Alright, let's run this, see if it works. Enter your age. Let's pretend I'm like 30. Uh-oh, we got an error. Let's figure out what happens. We've got to figure out what happened. Well, what happened? I can't see the error well. Ah, this is the error. See? We put less than or equal to 16. We gotta change this to greater than or equal to. See, errors happen like that in Java. So you gotta figure out where you've made that error in order to correct it. Yay, I'm eligible to drive. Alright, let's work with how to get input for doubles. Now to get input from a double, let's just do this. Let's prompt them for a double. Next, double. So when you're prompting for a double, you need to do console.next double. Here's how you do it with the string. With the string, what you do is, let's say I'm asking for their name. It's console.next, or you can do console.next line. Either way is fine. Now you'd compile it. First, let's block comment this. Okay. Now let's look at these. See what they run. Enter a double. Let's see. 13.2. And then my name. Well, Bob. Well, it didn't let me enter my name. Let's figure out what happened. See, sometimes that happens like that. So in order to reset it and make sure that it'll run your name, you have to put console.next line. Alright, let's do that over here. Compile. Turn double. Now it lets me enter my name. See, sometimes that happens with Java. It's not just with BlueJ, it's with any program. So you just in case, you just want to put console.next line in the next line. Just normal console.next line into your name. Well, we didn't put any print statements, so that's why I didn't do anything. Uh-oh, but it's asking me for more user input. I think what happened was we put an extra console.next line here. So in this case, that's not needed, so we took it away. Alright, thank you for watching this video. In the next videos, we will do some exercises to practice with the skills that we learned. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.